Welcome back to your one-stop shop video newsletter with all of the biggest storylines from the day, including Apple is about to get another hit. This time by the Department of Justice. Microsoft is launching what they're calling AI PCs, and a new patent suggests that future Apple Vision models could include Brainwave sensors. I'm Nate. I'm keeping you informed on the biggest news in tech, and it really does help me out if you hit that subscribe button. In the news, firstly, Apple and this deal that they're working on with Google has been seen in the media with a lot of negatives and a lot of positives. Here's my favorite negative article, Tom's Guide, and my favorite positive article, BGR by Chris Smith. And I recommend you check out my main channel for the full video on this. It's a very interesting conversation. Apple is about to be sued by the U.S. Department of Justice for antitrust as soon as tomorrow. The claims of the suit have not yet been released, but are expected to resolve around the monopolistic power of the iOS App Store. This is very similar, related to what's been going on in the EU and the DMA stuff, Digital Markets Act. So, man, I struggle with this one because I don't really like the monopolistic argument because I think it's a very weird law, but I'm not going to get into the weeds on this one. They're going to have to figure this out. We'll know more tomorrow. Vision OS 1.1.1 is now available with bug fixes for those of you out there sitting on some Apple Vision Pros, maybe watching this right now. You're going to want to get out there and make sure you get that. It does have security enhancements as well as bug fixes, so get out there and check it out. Microsoft agreed to pay Inflection $650 million while hiring its staff, and not just any staff, by the way. Details are pretty wild on this one. The software giant hired Inflection co-founders Mustafa Suleyman and Karen Simonian, along with several employees of the AI firm for a newly created consumer AI unit called Microsoft AI. With that being said, in addition to that, the transaction, although the $650 million kind of feels like we're just helping you out because we just took two of your co-founders, it's actually related to a licensing deal. Now, it could just be the way that they're crunching the numbers and making sense on paper, but it's a licensing deal so they can use Inflection's models on Microsoft Azure Cloud. So, this is an interesting one, though. I'm going to steal all of your people, and then I'm going to pay you to use your services and pay those people to use those services well, presumably. Microsoft also in the news having launched AI PCs that are coming out soon in the form of Surface. But the interesting thing about it to me is the way that they're marketing it as AI PCs. They're just PCs that have chips in them with neural processing units. I mean, that's really what it is. Of course, all of the new devices, all of their new computers come with Copilot built into the system, so to speak. And so it's kind of like your AI Copilot, I guess, all throughout all of the different Microsoft software and desktop and all that good stuff. So it is an interesting concept, and I'm very interested on the marketing side, how this might shift or change things going forward. iPad Pro bezels are going to get even thinner this year. I've heard a couple rumors about that. There's a little bit of an imagery of what kind of that change looks like. It is thinner. It is reduced. I don't know. People get crazy about the bezels. It's cool to me, but I'm not crazy about it. It doesn't blow my mind. And the final story, future Apple Vision Pro brainwave sensors could improve mental and physical health. The technology would monitor a body's many systems like the heart, lungs, and brain regions, specifically for the brain. This can help determine if the brain's learning centers are active or if brainwaves are showing a panic response. This neural interface wouldn't be able to read a user's thoughts directly, but it would collect data and would drive health-related activities. In much the same way that the Apple Watch sensors are used to track workouts, sleep, and heart health, these sensors would bring new levels of awareness to a user's activity. This is pretty wild, though, right? This is crazy. This is just a patent, of course. So we don't know what is actually going to happen. But if you look at it, you're like, obviously that belongs in the Vision Pro, right? Maybe not, though. Maybe not. We'll have to see what that's going to look like. Fascinating times to be alive, as always. I truly believe that this is just one of the wildest times to be alive. Be sure to check out the featured story of the day on my main channel, so subscribe to that one. And as always, think different, Stay crazy.